Hey guys, welcome back inside of the Plastic Planet. I am your host, Knick-Knack, hanging out with you guys today to give you guys just a really quick unboxing. I actually got a package in from the Far East, from China, and I always get kind of mystified when something arrives from China that I ordered up off the internet, which is totally silly and stupid considering nearly every frickin' thing I own is from China, was made in China. So it's totally stupid to feel that way. But at the same time, it's just kind of neat to get something from the Far East. I've partially opened it so far just to kind of make sure it was okay. It was not okay. I haven't actually opened it all the way, but just kind of make sure it was what I ordered. But nevertheless, here it is. It came in this really unique packaging. As you can see, I have opened it a little bit, and it's all completely wrapped in styrofoam. It's really trippy. I've actually have never seen a package wrapped like this. The interior box is inside of all this styrofoam, and I'll give you a hint, it's a transformer, and it's going to be really freaking awesome. So stick around.
Knick-Knack's Plastic Planet. With your host, it's Knick-Knack!
Captured us. Cyclonus, I can finish my own thoughts. I don't need you to do it for me.
Alrighty, so during the segue there, I managed to kind of cut away a little bit more of this plastic. I've just never seen a box wrapped like this, and it does seem like a very efficient and cost-effective way to send something. It just kind of threw me by surprise because the box looked pretty thumped up when I got it in the mail yesterday when it was delivered to my doorstep. Which, you know what? Hey, you get something from China very often. They do come like this. I think China's post is pretty brutal, but nevertheless, the box itself seems to be in good shape. As I pull it back, you can see that's right. I got Ultra Magnus. Now this is not a Takari Tomy or Hasbro knockoff Ultra Magnus. This is, I think it's like a third party, and I don't know a lot about these guys. I will never pretend to be an expert on Masterpiece Transformers because there's so many different companies and third party shenanigans that go on with Transformers, which is kind of, in my opinion, really good for the consumer because that you get a lot of choices, and that's really cool. You know, I don't know about intellectual properties and things like that. I know that copyright laws are very loose over in China, so that's how we're able to get these things. And good, bad, right, or wrong, here it is. It's in my house. I got it off eBay. I ordered it. I got it for about $80-90 total shipped, and that a good portion of that came from a gift card that I got from my boss for Christmas. So I owe her a thank you for this. A big shout out to my boss for giving me that eBay gift card so I could get this. So anyway, let's get this thing out and check it out. I don't transform my Transformers in my reviews typically, unless it's like early G1. I just don't like to futz with it. So this isn't going to be like a full immerse review for you guys. It's just an unboxing to check this out. Alrighty, so check it out. Here's the front of the box. It's the THF-04, the Hyper Magnum, as they're calling it, or as we'll all just say, Ultra Magnus. But nevertheless, there it is, with the Miller Lite can in there for scaling purposes, and because it is delicious and tastes great and is less filling, friends. Anyway, nevertheless, here is the box, looking really cool. I actually really like this box. It's got a nice gleam to it. It does have some nice quality to it. It's nice. There's the product on the side, and there's the back. Doesn't feel, I guess there's a little rough tape up there. I don't know. Sometimes, this is kind of like wild west as far as collectibles goes off eBay, buying stuff from far eastern sellers. I'm not sure what I'm going to get in this box. This is sort of a mystery box at this point. I'm hoping everything's cool here. I was recommended to this seller from my good buddy Uncle Pat, who is on this channel often, and he's been on a bit of a Masterpiece Transformers kick lately. He recommended this particular seller off eBay because he got the exact same figure. And just a shout out, we're gonna just a promotion, I guess. We're gonna be going over to Uncle Pat's house in the next coming weeks to check out his rather large, immediate Masterpiece Transformer collection. But nevertheless, here is the box, looking pretty sharp. I'm impressed so far. So anyway, like I said, this is a total mystery box. I could be opening this thing up and finding a giant turd in there. I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting. Hopefully it is what the auction said it is, and what Uncle Pat gotten from his purchase. So anyway, I didn't do this completely blind, but close enough. So anyway, now I've got this styrofoam everywhere. It's like everywhere from that box though. It's gross. Anyway, all right guys, let's get this thing open.
Frequency is our own distress signal, but who's sending it? Dad, time's up already.
All right, well, hey, hot damn, look at this. I've taken him out of the box, and holy hell, it is an Ultra Magnus figure, as it would be. Of course, there's no Autobot symbols on him or anything like that, because that would be official, so I'm going to have to get some retro stickers or something like that, retro decals to put on him. But nevertheless, looking really, really awesome. Smells fantastic, too, that smell of fresh plastic. I don't even want to think about where this thing was manufactured. I really hope it's not in some horrible, horrible, deplorable sweatshop somewhere in the Far East. I just kind of shudder at that, at the fact that I may or may not be supporting that. Nevertheless, it was an awesome action figure, at least it looks like so far, at an awesome price. So yeah, so you got Ultra Magnus there. You got a couple different head sculpt varieties to go with, or face sculpts, I should say. And then you got another alternative set of fists there. You got two guns. You get two big ass guns. That's pretty awesome. Of course, you got his side missiles there, and then it looks like you get Spike and Daniel, I believe, in their garb from Transformers the movie, or season 3 of the Transformers series. So yeah, let's get this guy out of his plastic cocoon and check him out. I'm kind of excited now, guys. I'm really getting kind of excited. I was really apprehensive about ordering this, but now that I've gotten it in hand, wow, it's hitting home that this might actually be a home run. All right, let's get it out. And here we are, guys. I got everything all laid out for you guys, all of his accessories here, including all these awesome alternate face sculpts, the alternate fists, his two blaster rifles. Of course, I got Spike and Daniel there, all scaled up with him, and look at this bad boy. Yeah, he is absolutely fantastic. You can even see the Matrix of Leadership tucked away into his chest there. What a fantastic looking piece. I'm really excited about him. It's got a nice weight to him. There does seem to feel like there might be some pieces or parts of die cast in here. I don't think there is a lot. I think it's mostly plastic, but it does have considerable amount of weight to it. The tires are rubber, so it's got nice rubber tires. This is an amazing looking piece. I wish I could take the time to transform it for you guys. I just don't have the patience to do that, and again, I do apologize. I am sure there are some amazing if you're really, really serious about this guy and want to know all the ins and outs, I'm sure there's some amazing reviews out there on YouTube of him that you won't get here necessarily on the Plastic Planet, because I just don't go that deep with Transformers. I just don't tend to have the attention span and the drive to want to transform these, and I'm always afraid I'm gonna freaking break it, honestly. I mean, these are not samples. I don't get this shit sent to me. These are anything that is featured on the Plastic Planet, if you're a longtime viewer or subscriber of mine, is stuff that I bought for my personal collection and my personal collection alone. So it is what it is, and I don't want to risk damaging anything that I showcase here, because it is mine. So anyway, I'm sure you guys can understand that. But anyway, yeah, but the robot mode itself is fantastic. I'll give you guys kind of a little 360. Let's kind of move away from here so you guys don't look at my laundry room. That's kind of gross. You guys don't need to see that. Just need to see the archive room, not the laundry room. So anyway, so there's the back side of him. I guess that's nothing too real special. Most people wouldn't display him from this angle anyway, but nevertheless, look at him, looking nice 360. I do love the rockets on his side rockets, looking really, really cool. Again, there's no decals here, so I'm gonna need to get some repo labels or something like that for him, just to get a couple Autobot symbols. He'll look really, really fantastic. But yeah, I'm really loving this piece a lot. Absolutely fantastic. There isn't a lot of articulation in the hands here. Just his trigger figure alone moves out. So there's one just limited articulation in his hands, but that's okay. That's just to get him to hold his gun. Like most Masterpiece figures, there is a slot in there, that you can insert the rifle into, and he should hold it pretty straight up. I think this is the one that he usually uses in the cartoon. As you can see, there is a stem there to insert into a peg, so he should hold that really nicely. So yeah, there he is holding both weapons. This one is a little bit of this heavier rifle is a little heavier, and so he holds it a little wonkier, and it doesn't quite clip in there as nice as this one does over here. But this one's really cool. This rifle I've never seen before. It does kind of gives me an Optimus Prime's rifle kind of vibe. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if I'll display him with it. Nevertheless, this is the one that I think he typically uses throughout the series. I am noticing there is some die-cast down here in his feet, it feels like. So there is limited die-cast on this figure. Majority of it, of course, is plastic, but it does give you enough die-cast in there that you feel like you got a premium buy. Nevertheless, really fun figure, and the price was right for a masterpiece, for a large size masterpiece figure like this. The price was absolutely right. So let's go ahead right now and get a little bit of compare and contrast so you guys can see how this stacks up to a couple of the other masterpiece figures, or I should say third-party knockoff figures I happen to own as well. Alrighty, first and foremost, let's get him with his contemporaries there. There, of course, is the Hasbro, United States Hasbro release of Rodimus Prime. He's next to Ultra Magnus here. So as you can see, I mean, Rodimus Prime would probably be, I would say, close to being the same size as Ultra Magnus, perhaps a little smaller. And then, of course, here he is next to my DX9 third-party Tyrant, aka Galvatron figure from 2015. Again, Ultra Magnus is a little oversized when you're comparing these three figures together, but still, the look itself is just so amazing that it kind of trumps any of the issues I have with the scaling. I probably may display this particular Ultra Magnus on a different shelf from these two, because these two actually scale up very nicely, I've always felt. Whereas this figure just feels a little bit oversized, or maybe these figures are a little undersized. I don't know. It just kind of depends on your perspective on that. But nevertheless, you've got three different figures from three different companies. Two of them being a knockoff, and then one of them being an official here. That is of course, the Hasbro Rodimus Prime figure from back in the day. But yeah, looking at these three together, that's really pretty cool. And if anybody was curious, here he is next to the MP10. This is the United States release, the MP10 Masterpiece Optimus Prime that I bought at the now defunct Toys R Us about almost 2 years ago now. So there these two are together. Alright, and it wouldn't be a complete compare and contrast without going back to the source material, and that is, of course, the original Generation 1 Hasbro Ultra Magnus next to this THF Hyper Magnum. And, of course, I left the Miller Lite can in there once again for scaling purposes. Ah, delicious. Alrighty, and this is where he's going to be displayed for at least the immediate future here on my shelves, right next to my modern Hasbro Titan Returns, Fortress Maximus, and there's Trypticon over there as well from that line. Looking really awesome, being that Ultra Magnus is, of course, the City Commander. Of course, we're not going to get too technical because he's the City Commander of Metroplex. Nevertheless, he just feels appropriate for him to be displayed next to Fortress Maximus, and you can kind of see the size difference there as well. So that's really freaking awesome. Alrighty guys, well that's going to wrap up this edition of the Plastic Planet. I hope you've enjoyed this little tiny showcase. I don't even want to call it a review because it really was. A review would be to say that I gave it a thorough comb over, and that's not the case. But I hope you did enjoy this brief showcase of my brand new THF Ultra Magnus, or Hyper Magnus as he is called, THF 04. Hyper Magnus, as he's called on the box. I got it off eBay, like I mentioned before. Yeah, I kind of had a tough week here in the Plastic Planet. Nothing really big, but just something discerning and sort of a public service announcement for you guys. Just, for you guys out there who have collectibles and have a lot of nice things inside of your home. I had an experience this week that is sort of troubling to me because by my nature, I am a very trusting person, and when I invite someone into my home, or when I have a professional contractor in my home, I expect a level of professionalism from that person, and I trust that I'm going to get a level of professionalism from that person, whereas I don't stand over their shoulder while they're doing their work. As I mentioned earlier in my last video, I had an electrician in this last week. There was a pair of electricians came in, and they did a fantastic job installing a quad power outlet on this far side of the wall down here in the archive room to power some of my new fish tanks that I'll be showing off again in that full tour video that is coming. I do promise, guys, I'm stringing this along, but it is. I want to get this place perfect before I show it off because I'm really excited about that. But nevertheless, I did have, like I said, I had a pair of electricians in to work on that this weekend, or this last Monday, and then I was going to work out on Monday or on Wednesday night, and when I hit my iPod, which rested snugly in my sound bar over here by my television set, my iPod was missing. And I have gone over this place with a fine-tooth comb looking for it, even though I don't know how it would have gotten free from the soundbar, because I vividly remember using it last the weekend before. I've been working down here, so I've been playing tunes on it a lot. So I vividly remember the last time I used it, and then I vividly know the time when I realized it was missing. And the only people that were down there during that time was my wife. Down here during that time was my wife and myself. And it is so hard to accuse someone of doing something like that, because it's stupid. Why would you steal an iPod? Talk about old tech. I'm kind of an old tech kind of guy. And, why would you steal an iPod, especially if you're a professional and you're in someone's home? It makes no sense to me why they would do it. But at the same time, I can't think of any foreseeable other possibility of how this thing has disappeared. And it has disappeared like a fart in the wind. So anyway, I've been in contact with the owner, and we've kind of reached an impasse because the employee has denied it, and the owner can't take any action if the employee denies that he took the item. And I kind of see their side of the story. They were gracious enough to see my side of the story, even went as far as to offer me credit on a future project that I might have here at my home. I don't know if that kind of does feel like sort of an admission of guilt, but not being able to move forward with it just due to legal issues. But nevertheless, it was concerning, it was discerning, and the only reason I'm bringing this up is just sort of as a public service announcement to all my fellow collectors out there. When you do have anyone in your house that you don't know, watch them. Because I didn't watch these guys. I let them have the run of my basement. I did not watch them, and I think this happened. Now, no, look, am I 100% certain that they took the item? No. I'm not, and that's why I'm not going to go as far as to even file a police report. That's why I'm not going to light them up online, because I don't have a smoking gun to say that this person took the item, took the iPod. I don't have a smoking gun. I don't have video evidence. So you know what? But I'm 90% sure that had to have happened based off of where I saw it last and who was here in the interim between when I saw it last and when I discovered it missing. I'm 90% sure it had to have been taken by them, but nevertheless. Again, I don't have a smoking gun, so I'm not going to go as far. I certainly wouldn't say the name of the electrician on this video, and I won't be doing any online avenging of my stolen iPod on the internet, because, again, I have no proof. But just, again, to reiterate, guys, watch your stuff. If you have a plumber in the house, electrician, people delivering something, watch your stuff. Watch them. Be vigilant. Don't be like me and be sorry. So, anyway. All right, guys. On that note, this Ultra Magnus is really freaking cool. I'm really, really excited about it. This is a good way to finish up the week here, to get this guy in my collection, and I am really, really excited. So anyway, this was the good news. That was the bad news. That's kind of where I'm at. Gonna have another vid coming at you guys, hopefully later in the week. I'm trying to pick things up, some steam up around here. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of side projects, and it's kind of eating into my ability to make videos, but I'm gonna try to knock that off and try to get more videos up for you guys here. Like I said, I do have that full room tour of the archive room coming up for you guys, as well as something else, maybe possibly later in the week as well. So anyway, guys, all right, guys. Well, hey, thanks so much as always for watching. And like I always like to say, guys, you know what? Life is so very, very short. So get out there, guys, and fill it with some plastic crap. Oh yeah, and like, share, comment, and please do subscribe if you're not a subscriber as well. All right, guys. Till next time. Later. Love you. Bye. Hey guys, I just wanted to reiterate what I was talking about in my video there at the end there about my missing iPod. You know what? I am sure 99% of people who are in the in the trade industry, plumbers, electricians, anyone who comes to your home, are 99% of them are honorable, good people, and would certainly never steal from you. It's just unfortunately that 1% kind of ruins it for everybody, like so many other things in life. But yeah, nevertheless, I just can't back away from that statement though, guys. Do watch your stuff if you ever have anyone in your house that you don't know. All right, guys, thanks again.